The lectionary reading for August the 30th for the epistle continues in the book of Romans, chapter 12, 9 through 21. Remember, Paul said, do not be conformed to the world, but be transformed by placing your mind on things above. So, let love be genuine. Hate what is evil. Hold fast to what is good. This is simple, plain, but what does he mean? Love one another with mutual affection. Outdo one another by showing honor. Do not lag in zeal. Be ardent in the Spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in affliction. Persevere in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints. Pursue hospitality to the strangers. Well, all of this sounds fairly straightforward and fairly simple. But what is he really getting at? Blessed are those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Well, wait a minute. This is during the time of persecution of the church, and we're supposed to bless those who persecute us? Many of the Jews who had seen Jesus as the Messiah and accepted him as the way were rejected and cast out of the synagogues, especially after the fall of the temple, where it seemed that the Christians did not aid Jerusalem at all, but rather fled to Petra. And so many were cast out not only of the synagogue, but of their families. They were considered dead to their fathers and mothers, their brothers and sisters. And then Rome was increasingly beginning to become worried about this small Jewish sect called the Way that seemed to be attracting more and more both nobles as well as slaves. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Back to the good words of grace. Do not be arrogant, but associate with the lowly. Don't claim to be wiser than you are. This is to the church in Rome, but could also apply to the Corinthians. Were not the Greeks the wisest? Were not Romans the conquerors of the world? And yet we're supposed to associate with the lowly and not consider ourselves wiser than what we are? Do not repay evil for evil, but take thought for what is noble in the sight of all. If it's possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave room for the wrath of God. For it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay, says the Lord. Instead, if your enemies are hungry, feed them. If they are thirsty, give them something to drink. For by doing so, you are heaping burning coals upon their head. Do not be overcome by evil. Instead, overcome evil with good. Wait a minute, this following Jesus seems to imply that we're to love even in the midst of persecution. That we're to help even when we're being attacked. This seems like pacifism. This seems not the American way. Like we're just rolling over and giving up. overcome evil by doing good? What would that have even looked like? I thought about this after 9/11. My brother approached me and he said, how should the church have responded to this? And I posed a simple question. What if, instead of dropping a ton of bombs upon Afghanistan, what if we had dropped a ton of aid? You attacked us because you were misled to believe we were one thing. But what if we showed the world that that's not who we are? We're actually a quite generous people, quite forgiving people. Our Western movies don't portray it so much. But that's because a lot of the Western movies just focus on the bad guys. They don't talk about the people who are just trying to live in the town, who support one another and help build houses. They don't talk about how we respond when there's disaster, like there was here in Sonora. In fact, I believe there is a deep goodness underneath all the bravado of the American culture. But through our movies and through our music and through just our portrayal of a conqueror, a hero, most people don't understand how good, honest, and generous the common person is. What if we had portrayed that? Would the people suddenly look at their leaders in confusion? Think to themselves, wait a minute, we've been misled. We should have never attacked these people. What if we tried to overcome evil by doing good? Would the goodness we respond with heap burning coals upon their head? There's the story of the Amish community that was attacked not that long after 9/11. And the whole community came out and forgave them. And the media couldn't understand this response. I mean, the mood after 9/11 has been an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You hurt us, we hurt you twice as much. That's not what the Amish did. They actually took Romans seriously. They actually tried to act like Jesus. And instead of the problem escalating, it seemed to evaporate overnight. Maybe there is something about this letting love be genuine and hating what is evil. Maybe evil has convinced us to hate good so much that we've forgotten to tell the difference between the two. We talk in terms of groups of people and labels. And it's easy to hate labels or love labels. But when you're looking into the eyes of the suffering, it's hard to truly hate the child of God in front of you. It's been shown that most of the mass genocides begin with a joke about the others, and then demonizing the others, and then learning to hate the others. Because if you can remove the face of Jesus from the other, then you can instill hate and forget what is good. But doing good means you have to face the other, means you have to get your hands dirty. It means you have to try to understand why they did what they did. Paul challenges us in this passage from Romans.